Walmart owns a copy of Costco. It's called Sam's Club. Walmart built it, owns it, runs it, markets it, and after almost 40 years, it still can't beat the thing it's copying. Costco has kept one product at exactly $1.50 since 1985. That sounds ridiculous, but it's actually the perfect example of why Walmart still can't beat them. Sit with that for a second. The biggest retailer on earth, with basically unlimited money and its own in-house warehouse club chain, still loses to Costco. Not because Walmart didn't try, because Costco figured out something Walmart never fully copied, and it's been quietly compounding ever since. Costco is now worth hundreds of billions of dollars. It generates billions in recurring membership revenue every year, and despite Walmart being several times larger, Costco is quietly becoming one of the most efficient retailers on earth. You've probably heard the basic version of this story already. Costco doesn't make its money selling you stuff. It makes its money charging you for the privilege of being allowed to buy stuff. Membership fees are the real business. Products are priced close to cost, sometimes at a loss, and the profit shows up before you even pick up a cart. Renewal rates sit above 90% year after year, which makes the whole thing function less like a retailer and more like a subscription service that happens to sell mayonnaise in bulk. Fine, everyone's made that video already. Here's the part everyone skips. Walmart looked at that model, understood it, and built Sam's Club specifically to replicate it. Same concept. Membership fee, warehouse format, bulk pricing, the whole playbook copied on purpose by a company with more resources than Costco has ever had. And it's still behind. Fewer locations, lower renewal rates, weaker brand pull. People who could join either one keep choosing Costco and Walmart, a company that wins almost everywhere else it competes, has never fully closed that gap. So what does Costco actually have that Walmart couldn't just buy or replicate? Start with the workers. Costco pays meaningfully more than the retail average, with benefits most part-time retail employees never see. That's not a charity policy, it's a mechanism. Lower turnover means less time and money spent constantly hiring and retraining, which means smoother stores, better service, and members who actually enjoy renewing. Walmart has spent years fighting a public reputation problem around wages and working conditions. Costco just never had that fight to begin with, and Sam's Club inherited its parent company's version of that problem instead of Costco's version of the fix. Then there's leadership, which is the boring detail that explains more than it should. Costco has had almost none of the executive churn you'd expect from a company this size. No revolving door of CEOs chasing quarterly numbers, no strategy pivot every 18 months. Just a long stretch of the same disciplined playbook, run by people who came up inside the company and actually believe in the model. Walmart, meanwhile, has spent years reshuffling leadership and strategy trying to figure out how to compete with Amazon, and Sam's Club has mostly just been along for that ride, never quite getting the focused attention it would need to actually close the gap with Costco. You can't buy institutional discipline. You can only build it slowly over decades by not messing with what's already working. That's the part Walmart's checkbook can't fix. Then there's Kirkland. Kirkland's signature isn't just a store brand. It's one of the largest consumer product brands on the planet, generating tens of billions of dollars a year, going head-to-head with actual, real marketing department-having giants like Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, and Nestle. And it works because it isn't cheap and nasty the way a lot of private labels are. A lot of it comes off the same production lines as the name brand products sitting right next to it on the shelf. Costco just strips out the marketing budget and passes the savings straight through. Walmart has private labels too. They're not in the same league, and everyone who's compared them knows it. Costco does all of this while spending almost nothing on advertising. No Super Bowl ads, no influencer campaigns, no jingle stuck in your head. The product sells itself, the membership renews itself, and the whole machine just keeps compounding quietly in the background while nobody's watching. Then there's the stuff that's harder to copy, because it's not really a policy, it's a feeling. Costco calls it the treasure hunt. You genuinely never know what's going to be sitting on the pallets. This week, it's patio furniture. Next week, it's a stack of designer handbags at a third of retail. It's deliberate unpredictability, and it's why people who walked in for milk and eggs walk out having spent $300 on things they didn't know they needed 10 minutes ago. Sam's Club has never quite manufactured that same sense of discovery, and it shows in the numbers, and it shows most clearly overseas. Costco's international warehouses, particularly across Asia, routinely post some of the highest sales per store numbers in the entire company. Lines out the door on opening day, crowds that look more like a product launch than a grocery run. Sam's Club has barely bothered trying to compete on that stage. Costco built a global habit. Walmart built a domestic afterthought. Then there's the gas. Costco's fuel prices are famously aggressively low, often the cheapest in town, sometimes by enough that people will sit in a line of cars for 20 minutes just to save a few cents a gallon. It's not there to make money. It's another loss leader, another reason to already be on the property before you remember you also need 40 rolls of paper towels. Sam's Club has gas stations too. Nobody makes a special trip for them. And the hot dog. You already know the hot dog. $1.50, unchanged since 1985. And Costco loses money on every single one on purpose. Because it's not selling a hot dog, it's selling a reason to already be in the building. Sam's Club has tried its own version of a cheap food court deal over the years. It's never had the same cult following, because copying the price isn't the same as copying the reason people trust the price. None of this looks dramatic from the outside. There's no billboard moment, no Costco just destroyed Walmart headline. It's erosion, slow and boring and compounding. And boring is exactly why nobody's sounding the alarm on it. Now, it's not all upside. Costco is genuinely bad at e-commerce, worse than Amazon and worse than Walmart's online push, which has actually gotten real investment. Costco's website still feels like it's from a different decade because online was never really the point. The whole model depends on getting you physically into the building, past the samples, past the treasure hunt, past 40 things you didn't come in for. That works great right up until it doesn't. If online habits keep drifting further from physical stores, that's the one real crack in the foundation, and it's the one place Walmart's actual advantage, a genuinely strong e-commerce operation, could eventually matter more than anything Sam's Club is doing. Walmart isn't going anywhere. It's still enormous, still the default for a huge share of the country, still doing more total sales than Costco by a wide margin. But it built a direct competitor to Costco, gave it decades and real money, and still hasn't caught up. That's not a fluke. That's a company that can copy a business model line by line and still miss the thing that actually makes it work. The wages, the discipline, the trust. The reason people renew without thinking twice. So is Costco quietly becoming the biggest long-term threat to Walmart's dominance? Maybe not this year, maybe not next year. But when your biggest competitor builds a clone of you on purpose, with unlimited resources, and still can't catch up after almost 40 years, that's not a competitor you have to worry about outrunning. That's a competitor who's already told you it can't catch you. Walmart's still winning on size, Costco's winning on math, and math eventually wins. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.